Guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to the week of celebration that we hit 100,000. I'm never going to get tired of saying that. 100,000 subscribers. And to celebrate this milestone, we've got out the old Xbox 360. I have found a broken controller that always gets stuck going right because I haven't played on the 360 in absolutely ages. And we're just finding the old worlds and just wandering around them, finding some forgotten relics of the channel, and I'm having a bunch of fun of it. So last episode, whoops, that's my controller. Last episode, we done one of every block and the original zombies map that I created, and that was it's so weird to go back and play them because you guys might, some of you guys, most of you guys won't have any idea on these on these series, but you can go onto the channel, you can find them, and you can listen to my horrible microphone and the terrible video quality. And mostly on one of every block I had a big green bar at the bottom of the video, but some of you will remember this, so maybe it'll be really weird for you to see it again. We'll skip Race to the End. That was a series that I done with another YouTuber at the time called Burning Highlight, his name was. I still keep in contact with the guy who done that with me. He hasn't had a channel since about 2 or 3 months after we finished that series, but yeah, I still keep in contact with him. So School of Redstone. This was the original Redstone world that we done. Now there's going to be some basic redstone here because this is way before comparators and hopper clocks or hoppers altogether. So I have no idea what we're going to have here. This is going to be a really fun one. So I've got, I think, if we go over that side of the world first, it'll go to the very basics. Yeah, look at this. Hey, at the time, this was mental. That was like mental redstone right there. Look at this. Hey. How cool is that? There's so many more efficient ways to do that now. That would be a terrible way to do it. But I would teach people what repeaters done. And I would teach people like, oh, I don't know what that... Oh, a repeater, that was to boost the signal. So redstone would only go 15 blocks or whatever. And this was like what happens if you didn't have a repeater in because it wouldn't reach. And then we had inverters. And we had power in the block underneath something will also power what you wanted to power. So even if it wasn't connected directly to it, it would still work from the block underneath it being powered. This was, oh yeah, how to turn off a torch, because like that was like pretty tricky at the time for people to work out. I don't know what that is. I don't know what these are either. This is, oh yeah, this is how like redstone what like direction redstone will go, so it'll go in all 4 directions and it'll power the block above it on the torch. I remember recording some of these. So this was all of the, are these signs gone? Oh no, they're still there. So this is an OR gate. So this was like, you can either power the piston by this one being on, or this one being on, or this one being on. This is a NOT gate, so this would only be powered if the lever was not on, hence why it was called a NOT gate. An AND gate would require both levers to be on at the same time in order for the output to be on, and if one of them were off, it wouldn't work. This is a NAND gate, which is the opposite to an AND gate, where they both had to not be on, hence the N. Hey, you guys are learning something today. So then we could put them into doors. We done examples of how we could use this usefully. So we had this and this. Boom, and the door would open. This might be a backwards. Oh no, this is one with pressure plates, so it wouldn't open with that. But if I chucked an item down, we could then open it up like that, like a secret doorway. I don't know why I picked it back up. And then this one was probably a NAND. Yeah, that was a NAND one. I don't know why you'd want to do that. All right, so if we go over here, we then get some more. A T flip flop. Oh yeah, that was to explain that a button keeps the redstone lit for a certain amount of time. Oh, I don't know what that was actually. I have no idea. But this turned a button in. That's it. A button keeps redstone on, but then goes off. And this is a way that we could turn like a button into sort of like a lever. So we could press the button and it would make the redstone on forever. until we hit the button again, and it would turn it off. That is super slow now in comparison to what we can do with T flip-flops now. So this was hooked up to then an output, so we could turn the piston off. Oh, this was a one-time use one. So you would push the button. Let's say our output is this. So at the moment it's off, and if we push the button, the output's then on, but it's now permanently on. So it's a one-time switch. And then again, we put it into a useful project. So we could open the door with a button, go through, and then close the door with the button on the other side. So it was a dual input T flip-flop. Crazy, right? Hey, pushing the limits of the world. This was RS NOR latches. So this was like a way that you could toggle. They're sort of like a T flip-flop, but they were slightly different. So this was like the most compact ways that we could do at the time. So this was basically one button to turn the redstone on and one button to turn the redstone off. So you couldn't use the same button to turn it on and off. You'd have to use a separate button. This is the coolest one of the time. So that would be then on. This would be your output. And that would turn it off. And that was like tiny at the time. Like 3 blocks? You're crazy. And then we had some mess of a redstone there that would explain it. Oh, no way. What is this? Oh, yeah, hidden doorways. They still work. You know, I'm really surprised that these still work. That they've stood the test of time. So that would be a wall, and then you could flick the switch, and it would open up your secret passageway. Because, like, timings on repeaters and pistons change over time. When Minecraft bring out updates, they always... There was a double one, so that would open up a double wide door. Crazy. I don't know why I built again. Oh, I think I had one for demonstration, and then one we done as a demonstration for it or something. I don't know. I can't remember now. These are XOR gates. So we would flick one lever and it would open the door, and then you could flick the other one and it would close it, and then you could flick this one and it would open it, and then flick it again and close it. So no matter what one you flicked, it would change the output. There's a lot better ways to do that now as well. But yeah, and then an example of that. So then we get into some like more crazy projects we had. I think this is a TNT cannon that fired that way. We'll have a look. Hang on. Let's figure out what this is. This looks like an enchantment room. What? Oh. Ah, interior lighting. So a button that would turn on the lights in your house. Apart from that one doesn't work. All right, yeah. So I can see if this fires. All right. So where was the button though? On the back here? Yeah. Does it work? I doubt it. It does work. No way. So this was a multi-shot one. So it was like chambered. So then you could just fire it again. No way. It still works. Wow. How sick is that? Pow. So you could fire it like 6 times or more. No, you can fire more. 6 times with this one. Yeah, crazy. This was another one. Another TNT cannon. Where's the input for this? How do we say fire? On this? Aha! Okay, didn't work. That one's broken. That's 1 out of I don't know how many we've done so far. That was a block switcher, which still works. Does it go back? No way. Conveyor belts. The movie theater that is magical. I have no idea what I meant by that. Haven't the foggiest. An hourglass? I don't know what was going on there. Maybe that was just a test. This was bud switches. Do bud switches still work? I have no idea. That was using blocks to start something. So like placing an eye in the end portal would cause a bud switch, which is a block update detection switch. Just crazy. Combination switches. So I suppose it would be that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh no, it's the other way. Because it would be, look, ZONENLY. And the door opens, as you want to know. Oh, combination locks. They got a lot smaller now. There was a really cool one. Yeah, this one. This was my pride and joy at the time. I used to love building these. So this is the pin number 7159, and it's like your old bank card sort of numbers. So you'd go 7, 1, 2. Flawless. Oh, 7159. 7159. Hey! So then it was down here, and then there was reset lines above the top. Each color was like a different circuit. Crazy cool that works still. I have no idea. Oh, custom nether portals. So we made custom nether portals. I don't know what that had to do with redstone. I think it was just cool that we could do it at the time. This is a little block puzzle. So we could, with 2 buttons, we could make the diamond block go across to the gold one. Like a little, like, there we go. Yeah, so you could work it all the way across. I don't know what that is. Not even going to look. Oh, that was a puzzle, yeah, with the levers. That was a personal TNT cannon, but it's not set up, and I'm not going to set that up now. 3x3 doors. That still works. That's nuts that that still works. These used to break with the slightest update. That's not too big either. That's relatively compact for the time. You could do it a lot better now, I'm sure. Okay, and then we had just some more TNT cannons that we just used to finish off with at the end. That's so cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. There's some other stuff around here. These were daylight sensors. So this is what we had to build before we had this. This is that in half a block. This is what we needed. And we used to build 2 of them usually, because it never really worked with, well, like, it worked with 1, but like it wasn't like accurate enough. Like the more you had, the more accurate it was. So yeah, this basically, in the daytime, the grass could grow underwater. So this is a grass block here underneath the block of water. I think this is how it worked. I can't 100% remember. But then at night time, because there was no light, grass underwater at the time, I don't know if it still does, but at the time, grass when it was underwater at night time would die. And because it died, it turned to a dirt block, which caused a bud switch, which pushed the block over here, turning this signal off, turning all that off, which made the lamp then pop up. It was silly, like, that we would even want something like that at the time. But that's what inspired this. Mojang made this because this was too big. Hey, is it actually going to trigger? So this would work relatively quickly. It wasn't like terrible. We have to see. If it takes too long, I'll just cut it out and jump to when the piston jumps up. But I used to spend, when recording this episode, this video, I used to have to spend ages waiting for the sun to come back round because there was no way to set the time of day. You had to just wait. It might not do it anymore. But if one of them activates, then the other one will. I would be very surprised if this worked. Extremely surprised. It actually done it. So it works. That is still a working day license. So if you can't get hold of any quartz, guys, in your world, just build that. It works flawlessly, as you can see. So you didn't have to activate a piston. You could activate whatever you wanted to happen at night. So you could activate your mob spawner or whatever. Yeah, crazy. All right, let's go find another one. Yes, and yes, all the way down to the bottom. What else have we got down here? Hijacked. So again, this is another creative mode build that I done. This was done off camera though. This wasn't like the series that we do now where we build the whole thing on camera. I would build this off camera, spend hours doing it, and then just make a video at the end when it was done. So this was from Call of Duty. This is the hijacked map, and some really, really, at the time, big YouTubers played on this. I think Big B Stats, when he first sort of started, and he was on like a few thousand subscribers, maybe not even that, when the community first started. This map was played a lot, and it's pretty accurate to the actual one. All of the lines of sight are still there. So this is a red team spawn, and obviously the blue team on the other side. So there was all of your routes that you could do. You could in real Call of Duty climb up the back here, and I'm sure nearly get into there or something. Like I spent a lot of work trying to get this exactly how it is with the correct line of sights and stuff. So you go through here, through the house. You always have to be careful of people shooting out that way. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually been on the real map. The showcase, my video of the showcase of this map should still be up on the channel somewhere. So you can go and watch that, go back and see that as well. There it is. So this would go to the underground, like, part. Oh, so cool. And I tell you what, it's not a bad looking boat from the outside either. For the time. For you know, remember that my building skills weren't as toned as they are now. They're still not brilliant, but they weren't as toned as what they were now. So this I was mega proud of at the time. It looked like a boat. You know, it was about right. Oh, crazy. The little shortcut down the side here. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. And then I think I done cargo as well. That'll be hopefully be on here somewhere. But that got stuck going right. That's what inspired us to do the cargo port on the most recent Let's Build a City World. Yeah, Cargo Black Ops 2 is the next one. So this obviously inspired our cargo port. Yeah, on Let's Build the City Season 2, which is going on at the moment. We're still doing episode 180 odd or something like that, aren't we now? So this is cargo. So I was a big Call of Duty player at the time as well of building this, as you can probably tell. So a lot of this was just like done off memory, and a lot of reference pictures and stuff like that to get, again, the correct line of sights to make sure that we could see what we were meant to be seeing down here. I used to always get shot while running down there. And you could like take all your shortcuts and climb up everywhere that you were meant to go. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. This was a forklift. This is a diagonal forklift. How amazing is that? There's a normal one. Oh, quality. Absolutely quality. And this was, there was no world edit available, you know, there still isn't for console. So every single block was hand done. The platforms took forever to build. A whole weekend you could spend just building the base. This is our truck. How quality is that? Hey, looks exactly like a truck. Alright, guys. I think that was going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. I'm having a bunch of fun recording these. A week's worth of these is crazy. I know you guys some of you might be missing like the actual series that we have going on the channel. Don't worry, that'll be coming back next week. But please understand that I'm really celebrating this milestone, and I want to celebrate it in a way that really extends as long as I can, because it's something that I've been waiting for a really long time. So yeah, just bear with me if you're not a fan of these kind of things. But if you are a fan, then thank you ever so much for the support. We shall see you guys in the next video.